Welcome to another episode of Your Body is a Heartland. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, are the best people on the planet, Anonymous Alex and Jenna. How are y'all this week?
That was great.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I do need a lube to come in and like rehabilitate parts of my body to make them effective and monetarily viable again.
What?
I think...
What?
Lou? You need Lou to do this?
I need a lube to do this.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay.
You're right. My body is a heartland. It is a failing ranch that I need someone to come in.
Okay. All right. I was like, I have missed this.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't
think we watched
what
the
does
same
Lou
thing.
do? I got it. Nope. Now I see how we got there.
Yeah.
My body is a failing ranch.
Have you ever heard a more accurate summation?
No.
I'm just throwing money into it. Nothing's getting better.
Yep. It just keeps getting worse and worse.
God damn it. I hate how accurate that is.
The only person that's like keeping this thing afloat is an underage child who doesn't know what they're doing.
This is just a kid ratatouilleing you around. So we watched more episodes of Heartland.
We sure did.
No way.
What is this? 7 and 8? Is that what these were? I think these were episode 7 and 8 of season 2.
Yeah, one day I'll know the episode names, but it is not this day.
I'm never
No,
going to
I've
know the
never-
episode names. God, no.
I don't even know if they give them names.
They do.
They do, but no one cares.
Yeah. So here we go. So there's this rodeo, and like all the Heartland people, they're there and they're working stuff, and like Grandpa Jack is like doing the flag thing for the barrel racing. He's like, flag start, flag finish. Caleb comes in and he's like, hey, I'm not going to be in the rodeo because like the other dude, because I guess you need to have two dudes to be in the rodeo. And my other dude is like not coming because it's not a big rodeo. And so Amy's like, I can be your other dude. And Caleb's like, ha, girl. And then like finally he's like, okay. So then he goes to Daddy Tim and is like, hey, I'm going to have this dude named Amy who's going to be my partner. And he's all like, my Amy? Nerd, don't do that. And so then there's like this big thing where Amy can't go do it. And that her dad is mad at her because she didn't come ask him for help because this is what he does. He's like a big rodeo guy, right? And then Ty is helping Amy practice because Caleb finally decides to like stand up and be like, hey, I'm just going to have Amy help me. And that's just how it's going to be. And then like Grandpa Jack tells him to not be a wuss and then have Amy help him. And then Grandpa Jack goes and gets her a horse. That's awesome for roping, right? And then they do it. And then Caleb does really well in his rodeo. And then all of a sudden they look over and Ty is on a bull. And they're all like, oh my God, what are you doing? And there was like this whole thing with them being on a mechanical bull, like earlier in the thing. And then what's her name? What's the little girl's name?
Mallory.
I don't know. Mallory. Mallory's boyfriend hurts himself. And then she's all like, that's not my boyfriend. So that's the thing. And then the other plot, because we were talking about the 3 plots, right, is that Soraya is going to be rodeo queen, right? I think rodeo queen. And she's all like, and then Lou's sponsoring her. And then Lou's like, you better do it my way because I'm Lou. I'm New York businesswoman, but I'm in Heartland now. And Soraya's like, nah, this sucks. I'm out. And so she gets sponsored by her mom. So Lou's like, I'm going to do this because I was a little rodeo queen when I was 8 or something, except I didn't make it. And I lost to this other lady. And she's all like, whatever, I can do it. So she goes and joins, and she doesn't do well. But the note from there is that Scott is like, it's hinted at that he's kind of hooking up with the grown-up version of the girl who beat her, and then Lou slammed the flag. And that was that episode. Soraya finished, I think Soraya finished second. Who else was there? Ashley was there, and she finished third, I think. And then Tatiana Maslany finished first. But that kind of made sense. That was how that was going to go the whole time. And then Jack gives Ty a belt buckle because he sees that he needs it, and he got on the bull, and he didn't do well in the bull, so he gave him a belt buckle, and that was pretty cool. And then Amy's off hanging out with Caleb, and Ty's like, meh. So that's episode 7, right? And then we go to episode 8, and then this one felt like it started out like one of the books. Like I remember this one, right? Except it was a lot different. So it's like hot. It's like really hot out, right? And then they're all hanging out one night, and then a truck pulls up, and it's like, what the hell? We aren't supposed to have a truck here. Why are we getting a cattle truck? And then Ty's dad gets out of the cattle truck, and he's like, hey, I got a problem, and y'all got to solve it. So they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm transporting some horses. And they're like, you can't put horses in a cattle trailer. And he's like, I didn't know what it was. I'm just doing as I'm told, right? And then they go in there, and it's a couple of horses, and they're like not in great shape, right? And then there's a third horse, and the third horse is laying on the ground, and Grandpa Jack's like, I'm not letting it suffer. And Amy's like, no. And he's like, get my gun. So he goes and gets his gun, and he shoots the horse, right? So that's the way that this starts off. And then it looks like the whole episode, Ty's dad is going to be like, hey, we need to like have a good relationship. And Ty's like, no, get away from me. But he was like a little bit less, pushing him away a little bit less. And he's like, man, it's kind of been okay hanging out with my dad. And then Lou's like, we got to figure out how to help these horses. Or Amy's like, we got to figure out how to help these horses. And Lou's like, I got it. I'll go buy them. And she goes to this skeevy dude who sold the horses to a slaughterhouse, which is where the horses were going to go. And she's like, I'll pay you what you were going to get from the slaughterhouse, and I'm going to buy these horses, right? And the guy's like, no, you have to pay me double because I'm a skeevy horse businessman, right? And she's like, blah. So she gets some money together to buy the horses. And then Amy is looking at the horses, and she's like, this one has like a little like lightning bolt on its forehead. And she's like, I know who this is. This is Apollo, right? And it's Ashley's horse because her mom was awful and sold it, right? And then Ashley's been acting out like she got like super drunk, and she had Amy drive her home. This was in the last episode, and I forgot to mention it. She had Amy drive her home, and then she wrecked the car and then blamed it on Amy. But then Ty was all like, I was driving because Amy can't drive. So, but Jack knew it, but he still let it go because he was like, yeah, that's cool. You can lie to me about this one. I don't want to have to deal with it. Right? And so then they call the police, and they call the police to take care of the guy. But then the guy's all like, you can't do anything. They stole my horse, right? Because he was coming to get the horse because Lou couldn't pay. And Lou couldn't pay, it turns out, because Ty's dad stole the money and then like left, even though he made plans to go to the Grand Canyon at some point with Ty, right? So he was just like the same crappy dude that he's always been, right? So now they don't have the money to buy the horses. So then the cop shows up, and the cop shows up with Skeevy Businessman's dad. And Skeevy Businessman's dad's like, you suck. It's tough love. I'm like 85 years old, and you're a grown-ass like 50-year-old man. But now's the time that I've decided you need tough love. So you're going to go to jail. And he's all like, I'll leave the horse if you don't make me go to jail. So he leaves, right? And it's like Lou's Royal Mounted Canadian Police boyfriend guy, but not really. But he asks her out. And then Scott sees that they have something going on. And he's like, don't make me vet for you anymore. And then Lou comes in, and she's like, no, you have to vet for us because you're the best vet. And then he's all like, ugh. And I'm all like, this sucks. Like, y'all suck. Just stop sucking, right? And then Ty is talking to Amy, And Amy's all like, hey. And he's all like, don't talk to me. I'm like my dad, and I don't want to hurt you. And Amy's like, you don't have to be. You can not be like your dad, because I don't think you're like your dad. And he's all like, but I left you. And she's all like, but you're here now. And he's all like, blah. And then they look, and it's raining. So then they go outside, and they dance in the rain, and they make out a bunch. And then Ty's all like, no, I don't want to hurt you. And then Amy's all like, fuck. And then she like runs away. And then Ty runs away. And I was like, ugh, y'all are being dumb like Scott and Lou. Like, what are y'all doing here? Just don't. And that's episode 8. Those are my recaps.
I like it.
I loved them.
Mm-hmm. My favorite part about the entirety of like the Ashley Grant and her mom and everything bullshit is Apollo and his finger painted S on his forehead.
Yeah,
that's my favorite part of it.
I was trying to come up with somebody else who had something on their forehead, and that was the only allegory I could come up with. But I was like, is that supposed to be a natural mark?
Nope.
Or did she just like marked her horse with an S on his forehead? Because on his world it means hope.
Super horse.
So the other thing that I didn't mention was the Ashley bit that I did like the most is when she's all like, ugh, my mom sucks. And she's like, so I'm going to act out. Right. And I'm like, ugh. But then she takes her golf clubs and she goes and smashes the windows in her car. And I was like, okay. And then she turns around and like very nicely greets these foreign businessmen who are on some kind of trip with their mom. And I was like, there we go. There's Ashley. That kind of ruled.
Her mom is the worst.
The worst, right? She's all like, she sold her horse to somebody who sold it to a slaughterhouse and then was all like, it's not my fault. And I'm like, how much did you sell that horse for that they turned around and sold it to a slaughterhouse? Like, did you sell this thing for like $12? Like, what are you even doing? That he sold it for $1,000.
Yeah. Like, it's hard because, like, in the show, Apollo is such a well-behaved, well-trained, incredible horse. But, like, if you kind of extrapolate it out to the real world, the non, like, Heartland, shiny, like, oh, we can buy, like, 4 horses bound for slaughter, and they're going to be perfect trail horses for people that don't ride a lot, which is
no
bonkers. Like, just no. But, like, I could just see it happening in the way where it's like, you know, she sold the horse to a reputable dealer. They sold the horse to a home that had a kid that ride that horse that was overhorsed. They said the horse was reckless and dangerous. They offload the horse. Mm-hmm. And like none of that narrative is given in the show.
Yeah, but you could see the path to get there.
I could see the path to get there for sure.
where we lost money at like 8 different steps instead of one huge step.
Yep, exactly. Okay. And it, you know, and then it's just like pass the horse on. This horse isn't worth it. This sold, drugged, blah blah blah, da da da. And then it's, you know, it's in the slaughter pipeline. Which
I didn't also mention that Ashley was like, "Mom, I'm moving out," and then Jack was like, "You can stay here." And then Mom's like, you're cut off. You have no money. So that's one of the few hanging threads.
Oh, can I say that I adored, and like, I hope I'm not getting too far because I did accidentally watch some extra Heartland, but I adored the sort of transition period of Ashley struggling so hard to conceptualize like what it means to not have, like she just still puts her credit card down. And then it doesn't work. And it's like, I love that because it wasn't like Ashley immediately figured it out. It was like, you could tell that like, yeah, of course, Mom, I don't need you. But then she doesn't even realize how much she's being supported. Right.
And then she tries to pay at the diner. Drives. And Soraya's like, ooh, it didn't work, and cuts the card in half. And then she's like, but we do have a lot of dishes you can wash.
Her driving till the car runs out of gas, and then it's just like, okay, I guess this is where we'll set up camp, and just goes to sleep in the car. It's like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, and I love that the next morning she's got the candy bar wrapper in her hair.
I loved that. And I love her just like tapping the gas gauge as if that's going to help.
Right.
And just being like, I don't know.
That's where the gas is kept.
Yeah, I like it. Like I said, I like the whole show. It rushes through some stuff, but I'm like, it's fine. It's just the Scott and Lou thing that I just can't get past.
It's so annoying. And then Lou goes on a date with the Mountie at the end. And like, okay, sure, you got to do something, I guess. You can't just sit there and wallow in it. But why is Scott being such a bitch?
I know. He's like, we have to move on. We have to stop working together. I'm like, y'all dated for like 8.5 minutes.
Right.
And then you broke up when she asked you to marry. Like, stop. Like, y'all knock it off.
Because you canceled plans.
Yeah. And then they were arguing about who broke up with who.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh.
And like the other part of that is like, there's many valid reasons to be like, oh, hey, like I'm not going to come here anymore. And those are things like you're not making a ton of money. So you're probably not really paying the bills on time. I keep throwing you freebies and like, hey, that's got to stop. You actually have to like pay me for my services or I won't come here anymore. And like, that's a valid conversation that he could have had.
We have to be apart.
Cool. I'll stay in the house while you deal with the horses.
Yeah.
You don't ever have to see me.
And I can just call to put like the payment down with someone else. Like you must have someone taking the payments at your clinic. Keep a card on file. I don't know.
I love applying real world standards to TV shows sometimes. Stop it. Just act right. Ugh.
And it's so funny because, like, of course, that's not how any of this is going to go. We need our big dramatic, like, you know, they're still in love and, like, the feelings are unresolved. And meanwhile, we're like, I mean, just be a professional.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that's the only thing. Everything else, I'm like, and we fly through stuff. This horse it can't cross the water. I almost said cross the streams, but it's not a Ghostbuster. This horse can't cross the water. 14 minutes later, this horse crosses the water fine. And I'm like, I can live with all of this. All of this is fine. You know?
Right. And it starts in like super valid training methods of like desensitization, getting the horse used to these scenarios. And then it's like, actually, it's the ghost of your brother haunting this horse's blood.
He's never seen you cry about it, and that fucks him up.
Hold on. Can I tell you that if that was the legitimate answer,
Yeah.
I would probably enjoy this TV show more than I do.
Tim, that was the legitimate. What do you mean? That was what happened.
Like if it was an actual haunting. Like if it was an actual spirit possessing the horse.
What are traumatic memories other than hauntings?
I mean, I suppose it's deep.
If energy
You just
cannot
wanted the
be
shitty
created or
CGI.
destroyed, then maybe your traumatic memories are the ghosts that we've been looking for the whole time.
That feels like way too intense of a discovery. It feels unearned in this podcast, right? I need to go on a 2-hour-long
How dare
venture.
you? I have been thinking about this.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
for me, like I can't just get there. I have to go on a 2-hour adventure, and then at the end of the adventure, I have to be like, the ghosts are the traumatic memories we made along the way.
Can you wear a black shirt and a black hat and sort of comb your hair down in front of your face and say, "My name is Tim Lowe"?
Is that Chris Angel?
No.
Oh.
Well,
But in a way,
they are of the same ilk, I would say.
I think so.
Who
Like,
are
I
we-
think it's
who are we talking
just,
about?
this is your destiny of like, do you become a ghost hunter or do you do sad magic about the Las Vegas shootings? Like, those are your two options.
Jesus.
Are you kidding me? Have you ever
Jesus.
seen his show?
No.
Don't come after me. That's what Chris Angel did.
I'm not coming after you. It's just I didn't expect it to come out of your mouth. That was
I
it.
didn't either.
So I
didn't know.
have seen Chris Angel live. His
Yeah.
entire show was a performance dedicated to the Las Vegas shootings where he started the performance crying on a chair on stage to a backdrop of a large high-rise building with rain falling on the windows and then just started doing magic about it inexplicably.
I don't think Okay, somebody, he needs a friend.
He needs anything.
A person to say, this is not the way.
That's what he did. And like,
if you want to make a show that supports the families and victims of that event, that's great. Don't make the show about that. Just give them the money after the show. But like,
it was not only that. I need to add some details to make it worse. Not only was it that, it was over a year later, and it was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, like, I had no context for what was happening when he started doing this.
He didn't even do it in the place. He took that shit on the road.
He took it on the road.
That, like, just you saying that sentence was so shocking to me that I cannot imagine what it was like sitting in the audience when that started.
I've never been so confused in my life. And like, he explained it to everybody too, which also means the premise of his show was ineffective because no one knew it was happening until he's like, by the way, here's why I started crying in a chair in a backdrop of rain on the windows of my high-rise apartment in Las Vegas.
I think if you have to explain that, then you did it bad.
Yeah.
He did it bad. He did it real bad.
He did it bad. I expect nothing less from the man who once got paid to go to a signing with children and then didn't show up because he didn't feel like it. And these children, one of them was myself, waited for 2.5 hours for him to show up. Yeah. And it was 10 people. There were 10 people who paid an inordinate amount of money, for the record, for him to show and just sign autographs. That was it. It was just it's not even a show. You're not even doing a show. You're just showing up, taking some pictures with kids. That's it. And he did not show up. And I'm like, wow,
I feel
bro.
like the right thing to do is like, hey, this bad thing happened, so therefore all the proceeds are going to be donated to something appropriate. And then not do magic about it.
Yeah, he did magic about it. And one of the magics that he did was he somehow spliced a girl's iPhone into a bottle of vodka that was sealed. Cool. I don't know why. That just always felt like a really weird outlier of the show to me.
I hope she didn't have any cracks in the screen.
I have to imagine she had to be like an audience plant, not for like the magic portion of it, but like for being willing to put your iPhone in a filled bottle of vodka.
Yeah, I'm gonna refrain from saying magic things on this podcast.
Yeah.
Because the last time I said the word gecko, I got just absolutely murdered for it.
For saying gecko?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was trying to explain to you guys what a gecko was, and then I was not allowed.
Lizard.
Yeah, exactly. I was not allowed.
What is a gecko?
It's a thing that you use for magic tricks. You wear it sort of like a gun holster across your shoulders, and it has a retractable thing that will pull things back up into your sleeve.
Oh, I don't remember any of this.
That's because you wouldn't let me tell you.
We didn't get to that part. Yeah. I mean, chameleon would have made more sense, just naming convention wise.
Yeah, I didn't name it.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell magicians. You know, magicians are the greatest demographic of this podcast. Yeah, so I just really want them to know.
Yeah.
We almost called it horse magicians.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. Maybe that's the next episode title.
Maybe. I should write that down.
You won't.
So, yeah I won't. The show is good. Lou and Scott suck. Let's do horse news.
I really like Scott, like, on the show other than when they're... And I really like Lou when they're not being... I'm sorry.
Yeah, fun Scott is cool. Lou Scott is bad.
Season one,
not even. Yeah,
season one
Scott was
Lou
good.
Scott
was fine.
Yeah.
Season
2 Scott, I want to shake him.
I think it's just this arc of Lou and Scott that it's unearned.
It's unearned, but I liked him so much in season 1 that I did when we watched the live action Avatar TV series. I was immediately like, oh my god, it's the vet Scott when we got to the Water Kingdom.
I have not finished the live action Avatar.
I feel like it's not too far into, it's like only a couple episodes into the show. When they get to the Northern Water Kingdom, that's when he is the chief of the Northern Water tribe.
So
We got to
this
King
happened
Boomy
actually
and we stopped.
Yeah.
Solid.
And actually it happened several times that Jenna would point out people that we know or that she knows and I should know, but I don't. And she was like telling me who King Boomy was. And I was like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. And then we started watching Ghosts. And then it was like several episodes in when she finally made my brain connect that was the person. The person from Ghosts is the person who played King Boomy. So
Jenna, would I know
with
King
her.
Boomy from anything?
No.
Fair enough.
But we really like him in Ghosts a lot. But and another guy from Ghosts is in, what is it? Is an animated? It's the animated one, right? That's coming out, and he does one of the voices. There's another one.
In the movie?
Giuseppe's?
The animated movie?
Oh yeah, it's Sasapis. Yeah.
Yeah. Is one of the voices, and I think he's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. He's going to be amazing. Alex, you would really like the show Ghosts. I think you should put it on in the background one day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun background show.
What? I'll look it up. I'll look up what it's on and put it
Paramount.
on in the background. Paramount. I might not have that one. Fucking, we're right back to the cable problem again of not buying all the channels.
Yeah, at some point, somebody's going to do a massive like bundle of all the streaming services, and I'm just going to be like, that's just cable
you
again.
just have
Yep.
cable.
Like we just circled back around.
Yep. They're already doing it with Disney combining with HBO. Yep. We're already on the path.
Yep.
Tim, can you do a magic show about this to really prevent the cable industry from coming back?
Okay, hold on. Can I tell you a magic show about the terrors of the way TV is set up? Much more appropriate than the Las Vegas shooting.
Yeah, by
Much
a
more
mile.
appropriate. Yeah.
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 Penn and Teller would do that, and it would be so fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So what about horse news?
All right. On to horse news. And we get the good version this time.
Yay.
So the San Diego Zoo Safari Park in California had 2 Przewalski horse fillies recently.
Hey,
2 little
there we
baby
go.
girls. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They were born on September 30th. The first one was born on September 30th. The second one was born on October 24th. So you can go see them right now in the Asian Plains field habitat.
So I'm assuming that means it's different lines, I guess.
Yeah, different
That-
mothers,
yeah.
different. Same dad, different
Same
moms.
dad. Okay, okay.
Dad Ziggy, moms were Nikki and Gal.
Nice.
Yeah, cute.
That's super fun.
Alex, did
They're
you
super
see,
fun. They're super cute.
And if this is going to be a later horse news, then Tim cut this out. But did you see the Przewalski's horse herd that's in the Chernobyl exclusion zone?
I have, and it's so cool. I had not planned on making that a later horse news unless something develops there, but like it's so freaking cool.
And they just they happened upon them. They were just walking and they were like, "Whoa, hold on. What these aren't supposed to be here." And then there was 10 or 15 of them. So
that's
the
awesome.
population of Przewalski
are
horse
they-
grew by 10 or 15 because now we know that they're in the exclusion zone.
Are they healthy?
Well, they haven't gotten into study them yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We can get they were trying to kind of guess from the data that they've collected from the dogs that live in the exclusion zone. And it turns out that they're actually very effective at shedding a lot of that radiation and actually are genetically extremely durable and healthy. And in some cases, because they have to fight so much of that, they're even healthier than populations
Oh,
living
okay,
alongside
okay.
humans. So they think that it's a good population, but we don't know until they do more DNA research.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's super cool.
I like hearing good Przewalski news.
Who doesn't?
It always makes me happy.
Yep.
Same.
You want to do a quiz?
Yeah, let's do it. I have to find where I put it. Oh, sitting on it. Sitting on the quiz.
Sitting on the quiz.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Piece of media number 1 is a 1993 American sports comedy film directed by John Turteltaub from a screenplay by Lynn Seifert, Tommy Swerdlow, and Michael Goldberg, and a story by Seifert and Michael Ritchie.
93?
Yeah.
Is that Angels in the Outfield?
No.
Major League?
No.
What came out the same year as Jurassic Park that was a sports comedy movie?
Unnecessary Roughness?
No.
I've helped you as much as I can possibly help you.
Is it... let's get another clue.
Okay.
Airbud?
It is loosely based on the debut of an unlikely sports team at the 1988 Winter Olympics.
What's the bobsled
Cool
one?
Runnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Who was in Cool Runnings?
There's no way to know.
There's no way to know. John Candy.
Famously in Heartland. Yeah.
Famously still alive by the time Heartland started. Sad. Now I'm sad. I made myself sad. Look at that.
Healing
Done went and
horses,
made
healing
myself
hearts.
Do you remember Camp
Aw.
Candy?
Yeah.
Are y'all old enough
Yeah.
to remember Camp Candy?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it has to do with age, but no.
I am old enough.
Okay.
Buddy! All right. Number 2 is a Canadian television series about an 800-year-old vampire working as a police detective in modern-day Toronto, Ontario.
Oh, we've had this one.
We have.
Nights. Forever Night.
Yep.
Forever Night.
Yeah.
Forever Night. We've
It
had
is-
that one before.
It is Forever Night. We have had this before, but I had to use it again because of the person.
Who was in Forever Night? John Candy.
Are you guys ready for number 3?
Yes.
Number 3 is an American supernatural horror television series that serves as a prequel to a Stephen King novel.
Castle Rock.
No,
Welcome to
Derry.
Derry.
it is Welcome to Derry. Those
Who is
3
the actor?
entirely disparate pieces of media. There is one person in all 3 of them.
Is it Ty's dad?
It is Ty's dad.
Oh, I didn't know he was in anything
Yep.
else.
Yep, Peter
I did not
Outerbridge.
recognize him.
Really?
Who does he
He's
play
in
in Welcome to Derry?
everything. Oh, hold on.
I
I'll
don't
tell
know
you.
the guy.
He's the sheriff dude.
Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Nope.
Yeah. He plays an absolute piece of shit in It Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
That show is so good.
It was really good.
He's also in one of my favorite video game series. He's in Far Cry, and it's like the ones that are the best, Far Cry 4 and 5, which don't fucking at me. They are the best. I don't care what anybody has to say. Like, I'll fight you. 4 and 5 are the best.
I
Period.
never played Far Cry.
Oh, they're so good. We're going to play Far Cry.
Yeah, he played a piece of garbage in this too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good at playing a piece of garbage. Kind of wish he wasn't so good at playing a piece of garbage. Because now I feel like if I ever met him, I'd be like, you suck.
So I do that. I do that a lot. Where you see somebody in one thing and you just assign those traits to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have like I realize that I'm doing it, but I'm like, that's not that person wouldn't do that. That's the district attorney from Law and Order. That's
Sorry, continue with your thought.
No, that was it. That was the whole thought. It was David Cornsweet was the one, because I watched Superman and I'm like, oh, okay, that's a really good guy. He's Superman. And then Jenna pointed out another movie he was in, and I was like, he wouldn't be in that movie. And I was like, what? Where am I right now? Like, who am I that I would just make that decision? That
he's Superman, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I was like, Superman wouldn't be in that movie.
I thought for sure you were going to bring up the moments that we continue to have even after the fact, that the ripples perhaps of the Free Willy moment of Michael Madsen.
It's just so bonkers how we could grow up with such a different opinion of the same human that neither one of us has ever met.
Yeah, but I feel very strongly about mine.
Yeah, I feel very strongly about mine. I had to watch him cut a dude's ear off.
He's a good dad. He's a wonderful person.
And he cuts dudes' ears off. It can be both.
He
People
freed a
can
whale.
be well-rounded.
Well, let me tell you, I think that the one thing that does scream at me is that guy's a phenomenal actor. Mm-hmm. If he can convince both of us that this is the type of person that he is. And they're so wildly different.
It really, like, leads you more into understanding how people can have, like, 2 families or 3 families or whatever across the U.S., right? Like, like you can see how they can...
In every way but financially.
Play these parts. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's the one that I don't get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't understand finances. Like, and it's the same thing. Like, you watch those ones where they're like, we want to buy a house. Our limit is like $750,000, and I don't have a job.
And she's an underwater knitter.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? How is this? I don't understand the dollar. I don't.
Yeah. I think because, like, much like every other reality show, it's just a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This tracks.
The reality is, like, hey, we're both, like, very important IT managers that make 6 figures a year. We can afford $20.
Yeah, this is how it actually plays out.
Yep. We're carrying so many trillions of dollars in student loan debt that I can almost afford a house after I die.
Yeah. Well, okay, if you're having trouble affording a house, good news. There is a place for your tiny plastic horse that you could have instead.
Ooh, great. Yeah, good deal. Offer them the great board deal that we have to take care of their horse.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. Do you want me to give them some references for the barn?
Yes, please.
All right. If you want to hear more about the sort of like amenities that we have and the great care that we provide on a month-to-month basis, you can ask Moose Jaw McGraw, Big Thick Martingale, and Beta Ray Philly, which are our horses. And if you're like, wow, that's really like, I'm not going to ask your horses, they're biased. Well, great news. You can ask High Lava Spaghettios, which is Nate's horse. Dale Donuts III, which is Steve's horse. Dime Bag, which is Matt Alman's horse. Marital Combat, which is Metastrophe's horse. Glue Factory, which is Bean's horse. Johannes Equestrian, which is Rob N's horse. You could ask the Suckadol, which is Lost Imy's horse, but I wouldn't trust a goddamn word that horse said. Or you can ask Ronnie from Scott.
You know what I think? I think that now is a good time to remind everybody that they should be listening to Quid Pro Roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 2 is out now.
It sure is. That's right.
And I think everybody should go give it a listen.
I'd like that. That would make me happy.
I would start at season 2. It's a lot. Unless you have like a lot of free time.
Yeah, they do a really cool thing over there where they will do a re-listen party. So if that's something that you're interested in, is like re-listening with people, they'll go through the season and re-listen to it, starting at season 1. It is a whole whole ton of episodes, like almost 200. Plus, like all these archive things where they go into deep dives about the lore of the world and all these others. It is so cool. But if you wanted to start at season 2, it is a good jumping on place. And then you can go back.
That sounds like a good plan. That's my pitch. That's my pitch for Quid Pro Roll.
Nice. You can also hear me on it all the time, being a just general chaos goblin.
And this brings our podcast to an end, similarly to the way that Quid Pro Roll season 1 ended, but season 2 coming out now. Check it out.
So good. That was like so positive.
Did it really throw you?
Yes.
That's the first time I haven't been like, wow.
Yeah.
But in
she didn't.
in doing
Christopher
so,
Walken.
in doing so, wow.
Thank you for listening to Horse Girls. If you want to know when new episodes are posted or share your observations of this positively academic podcast, follow us on Facebook at Horse Girls Podcast, Instagram at Horse Girls Cast. And if you want to buy some radical shirts and things, visit duckduckjenna.com, America's most beloved search engine, to search for Horse Girls merch. Do you want to take a relationship to the next level? Do you want to get in that barn? Do you want to join that club? Do it. Go to horsegirls.club or singlethoughtconnection.com, THOT, and we will offer you a veritable plethora of things, like content, but more importantly, horses in the barn. And if you want to find us on other podcasts, you can. If you like TTRPGs, check out Dungeons and Dragon Beams, Late Starters, Dragon Knight Adventure Friends, Night with an N, not a K, and, like we just told you, Quid Pro Roll. If you like Animorphs, check out Animorphs Anonymous. Surprise! We also do Surprise Deck Book Club. If you're betwitched by Jenna, check out Jenna's Twitch at twitch.tv/JennaChill with one singular L. And if you plug the second L into anything but Google, you will face only disappointment and misery for the rest of your days. It's just a curse now. It's just an ancient curse. I hope you know that this has been around long enough that I don't need to steal away into your home and stop you anymore. Instead, you will just be cursed by, like, the anger of the ghosts of all of the episodes past where I've told you not to do this specific thing. Anyways, go to twitch.tv/JennaChill, one singular L. If you, like me, can't get enough of Tim's beautiful voice, he's voice acted on such podcasts as The Way We Haunt Now. And if you think our episode art is hella cute, because it is, and it was created by KCD, who writes and illustrates a webcomic called Beside You, which you can read for free at besideyoucomic.com. May the nuts ever stick to your roof.
Airtimefornonsense.com.